Currently, allows you to go see with the Oklahoma Weather Authority right now. You're working a dangerous situation, a tornado warning for parts of. This is going to be. Let me see, Alfalfa and Garfield counties here. Let's take a look. This is if you're not, let's take a look at Guardian. Let's go to Guardian Max here. And please forgive me, I have a sinus infection, so anything can go right now. Let's take the data off and Hillsdale, Carrier. You're the two areas right now. We need you in your safe spot right now. No, Victor, what time does tornado warning go until?
It goes until 10.
Okay. So this tornado warning was just issued.
It was issued at 9:35.
Okay. So right now, again, like I said, we're working a very dangerous situation, a life-threatening situation. Again, this is a tornado warning. And NOAA Police, so we were looking at TLX. If we're not, let's go to Vance. If this is Vance, and this here, if this is Vance.
Also, Elijah.
Yes.
Vance is down.
Huh?
Vance is down.
Oh, great.
So we have to use KTLX.
This is that's a perfect time for it. Anyway, let me see here. Okay, let's be on Vance. I'm pretty sure Wichita, Vance, and TLX are the same distance. So again, we're looking at the storm. Right there you see a clear airflow notch. Let's take a look at the velocities here, and the velocities are up with this storm, and at times this has been a multiple vortex tornado. So you folks in Carrier, this is serious business. You folks in Hillsdale, North Enid towards the Almaplex up in North Enid. If you remember the EF1 tornado that hit North Enid, it's going to be heading off toward that area. You folks right now, if you're between Kremlin and North Enid, North Enid is a suburb of Enid. Between Enid and Kremlin, that was at 2009 April. I don't remember the date very well. It was an EF3 tornado that tore through Kremlin. It's going to split the difference in between those two areas. There's been reports of power flashes, so we're going to call this a tornado down. Okay, we're going to call this a tornado down. Again, a very clear inflow notch with this storm. This is a very, very, very dangerous situation, a very life-threatening situation. You folks, right now, if you're in Carrier, if you're in Hillsdale, if you're in North Enid, all those locations in there, we're threading the needle here a little bit here. You folks, again, if you're in Kremlin, heads up, perk up here a little bit. North Enid, same deal. It might try to do some wacky things here. One report I would have passed on through here now, this thing is being reported as a multiple vortex tornado with satellites. Okay? You folks in Carrier, I don't know how to put it any, serious in this. You need to be sheltered right now, okay? We want you in a small room on the lowest floor, near the center, and away from windows. If you're in a mobile home, get out of that sucker. Find more substantial shelter right now. Please seek shelter now. Don't go out there looking for this thing. One of two things could happen. A, this thing is wrapped up in rain. B, it's nighttime. Don't be crazy and go look for this thing. You need to be taking immediate life. You need to be taking your immediate tornado precautions. And we're talking about your dangerous tornado precautions. Victor, is that Vance? I feel like that's Vance we're looking at. If that's not, then that might be Wichita. Oh, no, Victor, what radar system does that look like to you? Okay, that's Wichita.
Sorry,
Okay.
I was having some microphone issues, but yeah, that does look like.
Okay, let's stay with Wichita. I like Wichita's view of this thing, and we're hearing reports now of a rope tornado now. Again, this certain signature does look like a rope tornado, and I will be honest with you, it looks like, an EF1 rope tornado, and we're not going to go start saying, hey, folks, this is exactly what we think it is. We want to stress with you right now that any type of tornado, no matter if it's an EF0 or an EF5, it is serious business, okay? So again, you folks right now that are in Carrier, We want you sheltered right now. Victor, have they made a new warning?
Oh yeah, actually they have. They made a new warning for the Western parts, and it now includes Helena and Goldtree.
Yeah, do it. Right there. Stop the Helena. There's a new hook. There's a new mesocyclone. Folks, this is serious business, okay? We have potentially 2 tornadoes, okay? Both of them look to be jumping between each other. And I have a feeling that this back one that's over here toward Helena, that's going to be something quite significant setting up here. Noah, if you're going to query some of that stuff, go ahead and do that here. If you're going to go do that here, but again, you folks in Goldtree, if you're in Carrier, this is serious business right now. We have potentially 2 dangerous tornado circulations that are potential of doing some not so nice things right now. And Noah, it's probably going to be hard to query some of that stuff, so if you can't get it queried, then don't worry about it here, because I know that radar, I know that some of the data is kind of noisy here. But again, you clearly see the first circulation is wrapped up. The second one is wrapping up even stronger now. And again, like I said, folks, forgive me, I have a sinus infection. Not the funnest time of my life. But again, we're here to keep you safe. I'm here for you to keep you safe. Victor's here to keep you safe, and Noah's here to keep you safe. And that's our goal. That's our job, and we'll honor that job.
Right it's now a tornado report. The southern one, the Carrier tornado, is now a reported tornado.
Okay, folks, this is serious. Okay. Oh boy, you folks in Carrier, I don't know what else to say to you. You got to get to your safe spot. If you're in Hillsdale, if you're in Kremlin, if you're in North Enid, this is not good. This is not good at all, folks.
Also, we can't ignore that we also have the severe thunderstorm warning that includes Jet, Nash, and Hillsdale, so those areas should just be alert for any hail. Apparently this is showing golf balls to maybe some quarters.
Okay. Folks, this is not good. I don't know what else to say. This is not a good situation. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at some other data here. This thing is getting stronger. This circulation is getting stronger, folks. And this is not good. If you folks that live in Carrier, if you live in North Enid, if you live in Kremlin, officially, Kremlin is not officially in that tornado. Wow. Zoom in on that. That is a very, very strong presentation. Okay, now, Noah, I'm going to tell you what. I want to keep Guardian HD on TLX, but I want Guardian Max on Wichita. So keep it just like we have it here. And Hillsdale, we probably have very large hail falling right now. But if you live in Carrier, I want you sheltered right now. If you live in Hillsdale, you're officially not in the warning, but that doesn't matter. I want you sheltered right now. Okay? We looked outside today. I can see the clouds racing. The shear has come up ungodly fast, and this is not good. So you folks, there could be potentially 2 tornadoes. Okay, understand me. There's potential for 2 tornadoes, and again, folks, that circulation is getting stronger once again. The lead circulation is getting stronger again. Okay. You folks, I hope you are. Let me see. I'm pulling up something here. Here right now. Do we have let me see here. I'm pulling up something here. I know it's gonna be awkward silence for a second. Please forgive me. But right now, this is a southern. Oh, this is the lead circulation. What radar system is this? Here right now, what? Okay, that's Max. Okay, this is Wichita then. Okay. Okay, so this is Wichita. You folks in Hillsdale, please be sheltered right now. If you're in Goldtree, wow, those hooks, both radar sites from Oklahoma City and Wichita are both showing what could be 2 tornadoes right now, and the wind parameters right now, they are very conducive. They're very, very capable producing a tornado at any given time. And you folks, Carrier is so small that it's going to split the difference. Literally, it's going to split the difference for you. So right now, let's look at live view here. Only storm we have in the state. Thank goodness. Here right now, but again, we are showing that there's going to be a very significant tornado. Victor, I'm going to turn it over to you for a second. I need to get a drink of water because this sinus infection is not allowing me to be like myself right now.
All right, perfect. That's all right. Again, as Steve was just mentioning, we have the tornado warning, 2 tornado warnings, and 1 is reported. Carrier, you are under immediate threat for a potentially dangerous tornado. Again, take your safety precautions, interior room, lowest floor, and also we have the other tornado warning that includes Goldtree and Helena. Rotation on this continues to intensify, so this is still a potentially dangerous tornado for Helena, Goldtree, and Carrier. This is also moving. It's taking a more easterly move. So Goldtree, you are under immediate danger for this tornado. Same for you, Carrier. So if you live in Carrier, take your tornado precautions. Just looking at things here, it still looks like this is a tornado on the ground. Storm is moving, looks like east-northeast at around, so you're 15 miles per hour. So again, even if you live as far north as Hillsdale, you can still be under the tornado risk, but mostly right now you just hail. Hail is mainly your threat right now.
Noah, put back on correlation coefficient again. Oh yeah, that signature's getting stronger again. Hey Noah, do me a favor, put on correlation coefficient again. Okay, now put back on velocities. I don't know. Hillsdale? I don't know. That doesn't look nice. Okay. Yep. So okay, so let's leave it on what's it called? Spectrum width. Let's leave it on spectrum width. That big yellow blob that you see in the center of your screen, that's those highly area that we are expecting a tornado to develop at any given time. At any given time, okay? And I'm going to thread the needle here, folks. This could be a develop this the shear is coming up, and the shear is really coming up for tomorrow. And what we think tomorrow could be a very, very busy day tomorrow. And the one near Goldtree, we're watching both these storms right now. So we're going to cover both these storms here. So again, once you get done with one circulation, doesn't mean the other one is right there and it's ready to go. It can easily come back, and we could be right back here at square one. So you folks right now, let's zoom back in here. This is a classic supercell.
Elijah.
Yes?
Just to point this out, the tornado warning that included Helena does no longer include Helena. The tornado has moved just south of it. Now it only includes Goldtree.
Okay, there you go. Just update it too. Right now, we need to let me check something here because something's not okay. Here right now, so I'm right now watching. Okay, that was not meant to happen. Okay, let's hope that stopped. Okay, right now, we do want to continue right now with a tornado warning against serious situation. We're looking at both the shear. Let's make spectral width. Oh, stop, not spectral width. Normalized rotation. Here. You can loop that if you want here. You can loop that if you want to. Let's see if it's got anything impressive. I'm gonna be honest with you folks. It's not screaming, mile wide tornado. It's not screaming like something we saw yesterday in Bristol. Yesterday in Bristol, that was a very, very, very impressive signature on both normalized rotation. But again, I do want to express here, folks, we might have a debris signature. We might have a debris signature here coming up here. I have very great concern. This is looking at Wichita, correct? Here, no, this is TLX. Okay, let's go back over to GR. Well, if you just switched them. Okay, let me just break it down again. Let's keep what's it called, Guardian HD on. Okay, so let me think if here's something. This is Wichita here. Okay, this is Wichita's correlation coefficient. So the weird thing here I'm noticing is TLX has something suspicious with the Oklahoma City radar site has something suspicious about that the correlation coefficient. But Wichita has something suspicious. Oklahoma City doesn't, but Wichita is also up on velocities, and it's also up on. And Wichita is also up on the reflectivity. Okay, you have a brand new tornado warning now, and I take it this was going to go until either 10:30, 10:15, or 10:30. Let me check the data on. Let me check the warning text on this. 10:30. Okay. So this will be a brand new tornado warning, and so hopefully this doesn't get extended. But again, the National Weather Service is also noting that. Oh, Noah, let's zoom in here. We might have a BWER. We might have a BWER, and this thing might be trying to wrap up in rain. We have two independent circulations. Oh yeah, that tornado could be on the ground. Okay, you folks at Hillsdale, this is serious business. We might have a tornado down. Let me ask my beloved grandmother a question here. Is it on the ground, Mom? Okay, this tornado's back on the ground. Okay, this tornado's on the ground. Hillsdale, this is serious business. We want you sheltered right now. Okay, this circulation is very, very serious. I'm noting something here. Wichita looks something suspicious on the correlation coefficient here. Folks, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. You folks in Hillsdale, prepare for an EF1 to a potential EF2 tornado. We just want to thread that with you right now. This tornado is on the ground. It is getting larger. Okay. I just want to thread that with you right now. There's a tornado down, and it potentially is getting larger. And we're talking about EF1, EF2, and it could be, you know, we don't know the size of it. We're not going to thread on size. We're talking about strength here. But you folks in Hillsdale, we want you in your safe spot now. Okay? This is not good. Okay? This is not good. No one. Let's switch on the reflectivity. Okay, this is heading directly, and I mean directly for Hillsdale. The reflectivity is not showing a solid view. Oh yeah, it is still. I can somewhat see it. I'm using meteorological terms here. I somewhat note that there is some type of what's it called here? Yeah, that could be what he's highlighting, folks. Is potentially what we call a bounded weak echo region, or BWER. Oh, there's a large cone tornado. That thing is getting stronger, folks in Hillsdale. Folks, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm telling you right now. If you live in Hillsdale, we want you sheltered right now. Noah, let's switch the stream so we can show my camera shot right quick. Because I need to have a face-to-face talk with these folks right quick. We're gonna have a little face-to-face talk, okay? We're gonna talk about this deal. We're gonna talk about this, okay? So if we're not, let's present my camera. Let's switch them here. But again, folks, this is not good. So let me just tell you this right now, okay? Let me be straight up honest with you right now. This is a large tornado, okay? We're gonna already call it that. It's a large tornado. It's a strong tornado, okay? We're talking about EF2 tornado, okay? And that's still a powerful tornado. Winds of 110 to potentially 136 miles per hour, okay? This thing is a large cone tornado. It is growing, okay? This thing is at least probably, you know, close, approaching a quarter-mile wide. So you folks in Hillsdale, we want you sheltered right now. Again, a small room on the lowest floor, near the center, and away from windows. No, if you're in a mobile home, get out of your mobile home now, okay? Serious business. This is the bottom line right now. You folks in Hillsdale, bottom line, this is bad news. A potential EF2 tornado is a good-sized tornado, good strength tornado. It's a strong tornado. It is heading directly for you. Let's switch back over to the radar right quick. Let's switch back over to radar. Again, this is a dangerous situation. This is bad news. Okay. Right now, again, we're still showing us signs that this is an EF2 tornado. Or stronger. It could be stronger. You know, we don't want to start saying that like that. And I want to also mention that back circulation is getting more organized. It looks a little bit better organized than it did before. So you folks in Carrier, we're not going to give you the all clear. We have another circulation to the back of you right now.
Elijah.
Yes.
They canceled the tornado warning for Carrier.
Okay, but they still continue the tornado warning for Hillsdale.
Yes, that is still continued, but Carrier is no longer included.
Okay, but I'm going to be honest with you, Carrier. We're going to be honest with you, folks. This is not good. Okay, we still have a back circulation in Carrier. I'm not going to take any chances with you. I still want you sheltered. Okay, we're not even going to go there. Okay, there's a back circulation. It can get stronger at any point. Okay, so I'm not even going to go there with you folks. But again, Hillsdale, I still feel like this could be a significant tornado. I'm still noticing that there is still possibly there could be a cone-shaped tornado still on the ground. This thing probably got up to about EF2 strength at some point. You folks got to take this stuff seriously, okay? This is not fun and games, folks. This is serious business. And you folks in Hillsdale, you're in a mobile home, man. You better hope and pray to God this thing is not getting any stronger and it doesn't get any larger. And I see potential that this thing is, Victor, correct me if I'm wrong, but I see another circulation that's slightly less than a mile away from the main tornado vortex. And that's the satellite. See where that pink line is going with that red? Look at the bottom of it, right there where it says weather, where the ENR, that's the satellite tornado, right there. Okay, so this could potentially be a very, very, very bad situation. Okay. This is a life-threatening situation, okay? And I don't know how else you can say it. I just don't understand how else to say it here, folks. But if you live in Hillsdale, safest place here. I know it's kind of scary stuff we're talking about. But Hillsdale, we got to tell you right now, safest place This thing is intensified in strength, is increased in size, is increased in speed. All of the above, and this thing could potentially be wrapping up in rain. So you folks right now, Noah, zoom out. Victor, have they done something with the tornado warning in Gulfstream?
No, that tornado warning is still active, and it is still. If anything, I do see that this warning, this echo has improved and it has intensified. So, also I just wanted to mention that this Gulfstream warning is also soon going to be headed into Carrier. So I do think that Carrier is still under the gun for another tornado.
Okay. There's still potential. Let's zoom back in on this thing, Noah. I still have a feeling this thing is still on the ground. I still have a feeling this thing is on the ground still. Oh yeah, let's go back over to Max. Here, I still have a feeling this thing is going to still be on the ground here. This tornado might not be, EF2, might be more, be EF0, EF1, but I don't really even care with you folks. And what could be happening, folks, and Victor, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have a feeling this back circulation is about to come in with some vengeance here. The primary circulation is getting caught up in rain. Okay, there's rotation product on this thing, and wow, that's quite intense. Noah, let's switch over to HD. Let's switch over to HD here. I want to see. Let's go over to normalized rotation on Mac. On HD. Here, and I know my screen. Excuse me. Right now, I have a feeling this thing might be trying to weaken. Let's hope so. It's not, it's not showing the most intense rotation, but folks, it's a big, broad area, and this thing really got tight, and it really got strong, and it really got bad. This thing can really be something else. This is a bad situation. Right now. So let me see. I'm gonna pull up a map here. Make sure I'm getting some of the streets right. I'm trying to see where's the main north-south highway here. This thing might be trying to move more easterly. Okay, this is gonna be on the State Highway 132. Okay, so we don't want anybody on State Highway 132 at this time. The community of Hillsdale is not very big, folks. In fact, I'm trying to see if we get double messages booming up in here. Okay, yeah, okay. Here. But again, we have a very, very, very dangerous situation. We have a okay. Holden Road, Boomer Road, Logan Road, all those streets and within that neighborhood, you know what you're talking about. And honestly, I would like to focus on state highways, interstate stuff like that during this because I don't want to take any chances that this is this could be a large tornado, and radar's not perfect with this, and the circulation may not be over that exact road. We're just gonna make a broad expansion. If you're anywhere, the north side, east side, west side, south side, whatever side of Hillsdale you're on, especially the southwest side at this time, that's where the tornado is imminently at right now. We want you sheltered right now. Man, you folks in Hillsdale, be counting your blessings here because something definitely could be. Okay, tornado on the ground. We have reports of power flashes. Okay, confirmed by chasers here. And also, I'm seeing here that there's power flashes. So, this thing is on the ground. This is a mean storm. You folks out to Hillsdale. Man, get somewhere safe. Okay. Get somewhere safe. Let's go on. Let's jump on this back. Oh wow. Woo. Good grief. Okay. Look like maybe Noah, Victor, Noah, you're not able to talk. I know, Victor. There might be that satellite tornado might be trying to take over.
Are you talking about the Gold Tree, or are you talking about the one that's just the
Hillsdale?
Yeah. I gotta agree with you. Yeah, but I also have noticed that that the more intense rotation has now been looking like it's localizing near Gold Tree, but this is still very intense rotation. And I think you are right about the satellite tornado part.
I feel like I'm looking at all the products we're looking at now. The satellite tornado might be becoming the dominant tornado, as the dominant tornado is becoming rapid rain. Now the satellite tornado is becoming the more dominant tornado. Victor, I'm going to turn it over to you for just a second here.
All right, don't worry about it. Again, where he left off, we still have this very, very potentially dangerous tornado near Hillsdale, and it is heading right towards Hillsdale. So if you live in Hillsdale, you need to be taking your immediate tornado precautions: interior room, closet, lowest floor, and not to forget that there is, again, a potential tornado near Gold Tree. So if you live in Gold Tree, you also have Noah, can you pull up Max on the Gold Tree tornado, Gold Tree rotation, because that looks to be intensifying quite significantly. Yeah, wow. Definitely not as tight as Hillsdale, but again, that is still a potential tornado. Not hearing any reports from it, but it is radar indicated, while the Hillsdale tornado is reported. So Hillsdale, you need to be taking cover.
Exactly. Hillsdale, I have a feeling here. I'm hearing reports now this could potentially be a multiple vortex. Hillsdale, yeah, this could be a potential multiple vortex tornado. We're still going with that EF1, EF2 type of tornado deal. You know, we're gonna thread the needle here. This thing is veering south. Victor and Noah, this is kind of amazing. This thing is large rain rat tornado on the ground. Okay, you folks in Hillsdale. Okay, let's put it back on me. Okay, we can have a little chat here. We can have a talk here. Okay, I see that. Hey, Victor, before we do that, okay, we'll talk about that here in just a second. Here. Okay, so folks, let's have a one-on-one talk. Let's have one-on-one talk here. Okay, this is serious business. Serious business. Hillsdale, count your blessings. This thing is veering to the south by less than a mile. Okay, this is an honest to God blessing. But you folks in Hillsdale, I still want you sheltered now. Okay. Don't worry about, oh, it's veering south, I don't have to worry about it. Hillsdale, you're about this big, and if one part of you get hit, that's it. So you folks in Hillsdale, especially on the east side, which really there's no east side because it's just one little population center, be sheltered right now. Again, a small room on the lowest floor, near the center, and away from windows. We don't want anybody in a mobile home. Please don't be in a mobile home. That's how too many folks get killed in these mobile homes. And he's thinking mobile homes during a tornado, okay? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. EF2 tornado at least an EF2, EF1, EF2 type tornado. This is not good. And again, this thing is veering. It's turning right. It's turning right of the mean flow. And what that means is usually when they turn right of the mean flow is the jet stream winds. And it's turning right of the mean flow. So that means when this tornado veers right, it's getting stronger. And those winds are being able to be turned a different direction. This is how these big tornadoes get caused. Okay, folks, this is how type tornadoes like El Reno and more happen. These things turn right of the mean flow. What happened in Wynnewood, that circulation was moving due east. It turned right of the mean flow here. So again, you folks that are in the path of this tornado, I'm talking to you folks in Kremlin now. Kremlin, perk up. This could be a potential large tornado. At times, this thing has been a large tornado at times. Tornado confirmed. Okay, Victor, tornado on the ground near Carrier.
Carrier, yeah, that's the storm that's veering south. The Hillsdale tornado. I also am fearing that if this thing does continue to go south, it'll hit Enid, and especially North Enid. And also, not to mention that the Gulftree warning has now been cut, and Gulftree is no longer part of the warning, although it does include southern portions of Gulftree.
Okay. I feel like what has happened is, folks, is that this tornado really got... I feel like what's happened is that this tornado really got caught up before it got out when it was wrapped up in rain. This thing was on the ground. I feel like this thing was on the ground. It was on the ground no matter what. But I feel like it was a large tornado. You know, give or take EF2, EF3. You know, and probably it's gonna be rated to EF0 because it didn't hit anything. You know, we got that big controversy, but that's another time for this. Right now, we still want you folks that live in Kremlin, Hillsdale, North Enid. I know North Enid very well. We still want you folks sheltered right now. Let's go back over to Max. Let's go over to Max. So let's switch here. Here, and the normalized rotation is coming up in this thing. This thing really is coming up in normalized. So let's switch over here since I'm presenting here. Let's switch over to Max. Here. Let's see here. Let's switch over to Max. Here, let's wait. Okay, we're on Max. Okay, sorry. I was looking at something else right quick. Let's put on velocities here. I want to take a look at something. Let's put on velocities on Max. And I feel like I feel like the back circulation is starting to not become, you know, as what it was earlier. Here, but again, we still continue with a potential for a tornado near Hillsdale. Let's zoom in on it. And folks, let's hope and pray this tornado warning expires and it's over with fast. Let's hope and pray it gets done as fast as it can. You folks, again, this is look like the circulation probably would be right over 132 at this time. Right now, so again, this tornado is probably really wrapped up in rain. Here, we're looking here some more some more data here. And I'm seeing the potential for this thing probably not to be on the ground right now. Let's put back on. Let's switch over to radar sites here, or whatever product has the other radar site. Let's switch over to that because I feel like I feel like something's going on here. Okay, that's still a tornado producing signature. That's still a tornado producing signature south of Hillsdale.
Elijah.
Yeah. Yes.
I think what you are looking at is that the rotation has moved just southeast of Hillsdale. It appears that there is some sort of action going on right there, and there is potential that also the Gold Tree tornado warning has expired.
Okay. Okay, and honestly, this circulation doesn't. The back one is not as impressive as it was earlier, and what it might be doing, it might be becoming anticyclonic, which means it's rotating clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Which tornadoes only do that in the southern hemisphere, in the eastern hemisphere. Tornadoes rotate the other way in the eastern hemisphere. Exactly. This storm might be trying to cycle. This might be a cycling storm here. But at the same time, I don't know. This storm might be. Yeah, cycle's coming up, folks. Cycle's coming up. Kremlin, I'm telling you right now. Let's go, Kremlin. Let's get your safe spot right now. There's about to be a new tornado developing, and North Enid, Kremlin. Let's get to our safe spots. Let's zoom in on this, Noah. Let's zoom in. Here, let's zoom. Okay, now let's go to velocities here. Let's go to velocity mode. Yeah, this thing might be trying to cycle. Okay, yeah, this thing's starting to cycle. I'm looking at the off data here. This thing's about to cycle. This thing is about to cycle. It's going to cycle fast. So you folks in Kremlin, if you're along highway, folks, if you are along what highway is that, Noah? Just send it to me on Messenger. What highway is this going to be? 64. This is going to be on U.S. Highway 64, right off of 32. It's just going to be. This circulation is literally going to be right on top of Keowee Road. I probably pronounced that wrong, but let's not even go there. Okay, if you're traveling along 64, coming out of Enid, don't do it. If you're coming from the south, don't do it. If you're going to the north, don't do it. South, don't do it. Again, I have a feeling this might be a rain wrap tornado, and the cycle is beginning to come up fast. Okay, the cycle is coming up fast, and when the cycle is coming up fast like this, we usually see type of signatures that are not really, really good, folks. So again, we want you folks that are in the path of this storm, we want you in a safe spot right now. Again, that's a small room on the lowest floor, near the center, and away from windows right now.
Elijah.
Over for a second.
Just to mention real fast, they have issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Carrier and Gold Tree. So if you live in those areas, you'll just be experiencing large hail and damaging winds. And again, that Hillsdale, I have noticed that the rotation has come down just a little bit. But yeah, go back, Elijah.
Okay, let's zoom back on this thing again. Here, Kremlin, I know, what's it called? In Garfield County, Siren Sound County wide, okay?
New tornado warning.
4?
Hillsdale and Kremlin.
Okay, and that's for the new cycle. Okay, so this is going to be for this new cycle coming up here, and this new cycle is coming up fast, folks. So this is going to be for Southern Grant and Northern Garfield. Okay, so Southern Grant. Okay, let's go to Max here. Let's go over to Max here, Noah. Hey, let's take the radar data off. Let's take the radar data off. Let's take the radar data off. Okay, this barely clips Palm Creek. Okay, this barely clips Palm Creek. Let me see. Let's switch back over to let's put back on the radar data. And I do have a feeling here something's not good. The feeling I have is not good here. Let's put on velocities. Let's punch velocities. I will say this mesocyclone is broad, but it can easily tighten up at any time. You folks in Kremlin, get in that shelter. Get in your shelters right now. It's literally going to come right down Keowee Road, and it's coming directly for downtown. And you know that, and Hillsdale is not a big community. Excuse me, Kremlin is not a big town. It really isn't. You got Kremlin Hillsdale High School. You have the new high school that was built after that April disaster in 2009. So you folks, we want you to. This is serious business. So you folks in Kremlin, be in a safe place right now. Okay, that's a small room. Get as low as you possibly can. Kremlin is honestly is a farming community, but it really doesn't matter, folks. It really doesn't matter. You folks from Kremlin, we need you in your safe spots right now. And we want you in a small room. It's headed directly for. Okay, I'm gonna read something from Noah here. This is coming from Noah here. Let me see if this was posted. Unless this was posted just recently here. Is this the warning text or is this from Noah? Because I can just read what you're just saying right now. And you just typing that out for me right quick. So again, if you folks live in Kremlin, right now, again, I will say this: the circulation, and we haven't got a live scan in a while. That's scary. Here. Okay, so this is the text from the warning coordinator, and this is from the warning coordinator and Norman Rick Smith. And I know I've met Rick before. He's a really nice guy. He's a nice, lovable person here. And this is what he's saying: new tornado warning. Hillsdale tornado ended. This warning is new circulation. Watch out, Kremlin. And that is so ungodly true. This is so true. You folks in Kremlin. You know, this thing it's barely moving. It's almost stationary, but it doesn't matter. You folks in Kremlin, we want you in a safe spot right now. We want you in that small room. We want you in that lowest floor. We want you in that center, and we want you away from windows. And again, I know Kremlin is a farming community. Okay, I understand that Kremlin is a farming community. But right now, and Victor, I'm going to ask you this question. The circulation's looked like that for a while now. Does this like a broad circulation to you?
Not really. I wouldn't say it's broad, and I wouldn't say it's too tight either. To me, it's a normal rotation. You know, it's not anything major.
And I'll tell you the reason why I say that is because look how the wind pixels are going immediately one direction. The wind pixels is okay. Let's go to Max. Okay, this is Max. On what system? Because you know, I just feel like what it is okay. Here comes the latest scan. Okay, it's tightening up. Okay, let's zoom in on it. Let's zoom in on it. Okay, it's trying to tighten up, folks. You folks in Kremlin, safest place you know. This is gonna be east of Hillsdale, between Hillsdale and Kremlin, coming right down Keowee Road. Coming right down Keowee Road. You folks in Kremlin, safest place you know. Right now, you know, the circulation doesn't look like a mile-wide inner circulation, but it doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter, folks. You folks in Kremlin, safest place you know. The circulation is trying to tighten up. We are noting that. It is trying to tighten up, and wow, what is that? We're trying to look for debris. If we're trying to look for debris here, I don't know. I don't feel like there's gonna be a tornado there right now. This is spectrum width, and again, that is lining up beautifully for where the tornado is at right now. And look at that right there. Again, what the brightest colors are. That you know, the reason why I know, and Victor, I know you don't use spectrum width that much, but on WSB on Mac on Guardian Max, you know, it actually. Oh wait, is that spectrum width? Because if that's spectrum width, because whatever that was you just had a minute ago, that looked beautiful. Because it's showing exactly where the rotation is at right now. But again, you know, this could be a developing significant tornado. This could be developing something here. But I do want to know. I'm noting something here, and this is just me. The circulation is not as tight as what we've had. It really is not a very tight circulation. I'm going to be serious with you folks. It's not the tightest circulation, but don't let your guard down. This is still a tornado warning, and this is serious business. It is nighttime. The low-level jet is screaming across the plains. Okay, it is screaming across the plains, and it doesn't matter, folks. You folks. The circulation might be literally right on top of Kremlin. Let's hope and pray it's not tightening as we speak. Up here, the circulation is trying to tighten up here. Okay, latest scan is coming in. Okay, that's the latest. Was that the latest scan? I just missed it between my eyes. Okay, it's doing something weird here. I feel like the circulation, no matter what radar site you look at it on, I feel like it's rain wrapped. I have that dead earth feeling this thing is rain wrapped. But honestly, we see wind. You know, this thing is trying to tighten up somewhat. This thing is trying to tighten up somewhat. So you folks in Kremlin, the safest place you know. We still want to continue with your tornado precautions. You folks right now, be in a safe spot right now. Again, a small room on the lowest floor, near center and away from windows. Right now, the safest place you know for Kremlin. Victor, if you haven't even mentioned and you can take over for a second here.
Alright, again, where he left off, Kremlin, very, very intense rotation. If you live in Kremlin, you need to be in your safe place. Whether the rotation is intense, whether it's weak, there is a tornado warning. Again, safe place, interior room, lowest floor. Do not be in your car or in a mobile home. You need to find a sturdy building. And basically, again, this is heading right towards Kremlin. Noah, can you put reflectivity? All right, yeah. Wow. That will again. That's also an HP supercell. It is rain wrapped. Do not go outside looking for it. You will not be able to see it. It is nighttime and it is rain wrapped. Very dangerous. Also looking at things here, I will note that this is. It looks like. Also flash flood warning issued for Kremlin, Hillsdale, Carrier, all that area. I just wanted to note that. Again, yeah. How's the rotation doing near Carrier, Gultree? I have noticed that has also come up just a little bit. Some pretty, yeah. Elijah.
Yes.
Have you also noted the rotation that looks to be increasing near Carrier?
Yes, it's coming up a little bit.
Yeah, I've noticed that
I will
too.
say this: it's not crazy yet, but again, it's starting to come up somewhat. Right now, we do. I'm looking here. Okay, Wall Cloud, 10 miles north of Enid, redeveloping. Okay. So they circulate. Might be trying to tighten up here. Oh boy, there's something. This is not. I'm looking at something here. Something's not right here. Here, I'm sorry for the awkward silence here. I'm hearing something here. Okay. I just looked at some off data here, and again, this circulation is starting to come up in so many ways right now. Okay. I'm just looking here. I know there's gonna be some awkward silent moments here. No, Victor's not gonna talk. Noah's not gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk for a second. I'm just looking here. Okay. So something's not right here. Again, if you live in Kremlin, we're noting that there's still a wall cloud. And wow, it's almost 10:30 yet. We're going to see an extension to this warning until about 11 probably. I can probably guarantee you there'll be an extension to the warning for about 11 here. And I do want to note here that they're continuing the tornado warning. Wait, I'm going to look for data here. Here. Okay, I do want to know they have issued a flash flood warning now for Grant and Garfield counties here until 1:30. Again, this is a flash flood warning for Grant and Garfield until 10:30.
Hey, Elijah.
Yes.
Just wanted to note real quick, they did cancel the further west tornado warning. So Hillsdale, like it literally, the second warning that was issued literally cuts Hillsdale in half. So the eastern half of Hillsdale is the only part included in the tornado warning now, but the previous tornado warning is now canceled.
Okay. And I'm just looking through here. I'm looking through all this stuff here. I'm sorry for the awkward silence here, but I'm just looking here right now. I know for the awkward silence, I apologize, but here I'm looking at some of the off data. Here, here's something not good to hear. Emergency personnel are checking on possibly significantly damaged homes. This is a pretty strong tornado for 10 o'clock at night, almost 11 o'clock at night, and it could happen. It honestly can happen right now. But again, I do want to note here, Victor, let's stop the loop here. Let's stop the loop at the latest scan here, and I can sort of see the hook on the Lee Mezzo. Here, let's put a bunch of velocities here, because this might be something interesting to note here. Yeah, the circulation in your carrier is coming up. It's broad. This is going to be the thing about tonight. The circulation is broad. Okay, the circulation is broad. Again, it's not especially tight. It's broad right now. But again, we do want to continue with you folks. Again, this is an emergency situation. All tornado warnings are considered emergencies. But again, right now, we do want to continue. Right now, this is a dangerous situation. Again, a life-threatening situation continues. But again, I do want to pass on that note again. Emergency personnel are checking on possibly significant residents that might have suffered potential significant damage, extensive damage. This might not be a great situation, folks. This might not be a good day for some, so we're going to hold it here. And again, this tornado warning goes until what time, Noah? If you're able to talk here, if you can't, send me a messenger.
This goes until 10:45.
10:45?
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be hard to tell if they're going to extend it or not. I honestly don't know at this time. I also want to pass this on for you folks that have interest in this. You have family, and we're going to be nice right quick. If you have a family that live around Eskridge, Kansas, around Topeka, there's potential for what could be a large and extremely violent tornado on the ground. There you go, right there. And this has been on the ground. This has been a large tornado at times. Also, I'm noting here. I saw there was a decent correlation coefficient with this storm. So you folks near Eskridge, near Haleyville, Harveyville, for you folks that have interest up there, wow, that's a classic signature. You can't get any classic than that. Look at how the hail that's being pulled in that thing. You're not going to get any more classic than that. And again, you have velocities folding over like that. That means you have some very, very, very strong winds. Right now, again, this is a large violet tornado on the ground south of Eskridge, heading toward Harveyville. So you folks that have interest in that, you have family up in that area, if you have friends, we're being nice. We're gonna give them a heads up, call them, let them know that's their situation up there. Kansas has gotten brutally hit tonight with a bunch of supercells past 2 days now. They're going to be heading south of the capital of Kansas, which is Topeka, and it's heading directly south of that. It looks like the rain has actually killed the mesocyclone off. This might be short-term good news for those folks in that area.
Elijah.
In that path. Yes, Victor?
Just wanted to mention back down south to the storm near Hillsdale and Kremlin, they have not pulled the tornado warning, but they have cut it off a little bit, and it does now exclude Hillsdale. And also want to note that rotation has come down quite significantly, so I will not be surprised if they pull this tornado warning. Just wanted to mention that.
Okay, and Carrier, I'm gonna be on. Carrier, let's talk about you for a second. Let's get you shelter again. Carrier, the circulation is coming up really fast. It's coming up really fast again. And what I feel like is about to happen is the old mesocyclone, and Noah, you can agree with me on this, and Victor, you can agree on me with this too. It's getting caught in rain, and like I said, tornadoes don't like cold rain. They like warm rain. They can be brave, they can be brave, and they can be bold. The new circulation is coming up quite fast, and we're gonna, there's no official tornado warning for Carrier. The tornado horns are sounding countywide, which you should not be relying on. But perhaps here, we might have a tightening circulation, trying to go back up here toward Criminal. But again, this tornado warning goes until 10:45. I do see potential for this thing to be canceled, or to be allowed to expire. I do, and let's hope and pray that is the case, because tomorrow could be another rough day, and a lot of it's going to be depending on timing. But we're gonna talk about that after we get done with this tornado warning, and let's hope and pray this thing goes at 10:45, and we'll get this thing out of our hairs. We can get this out of our hairs, and and we'll be okay here. But again, right now, if you're in Kremlin, there's gonna be some very high winds. I'm talking about 80+ mile/hour winds right now. That's the potential for 80 mile/hour winds right now. And Carrier, I'm going to still say we need you in your safe spot right now. Noah or Victor, have they done something new with a new tornado warning? I'm seeing something here.
No, it is still a severe thunderstorm warning. Are you talking about Carrier?
Okay. Yeah, near Carrier, I noticed there was some type of red polygon here or something here.
Yeah, that's a severe thunderstorm.
Oh, that might be the flash flood warning.
Yeah, the flash flood warning, that was issued just a while ago. The severe thunderstorm warning was just moved a little bit. It does now not include Goldtree. It does now just include Carrier.
The tornado watch has been extended till 1 a.m. for northern Oklahoma. So this could be northern Oklahoma, heads up. And honestly, it's going to be this one storm. And honestly, I hope and pray this one storm is going to die. We don't have to deal with this thing. But again, we're going to stay with this thing until 10:30. Noah, let's zoom in on it. Let's see the velocities on it. But I feel like this tornado is getting cut off by the rain. And Noah, if you can talk, go ahead here. But if you can't, here. But Victor, if you want to, you can add on. You can add on this too. But either one of you who wants to talk, add on this here. It feels like to me this circulation is dying. The mesocyclone is getting caught up in the rain.
All right. Yeah.
So
is there anything you want to add on?
I don't know if he's able to talk still.
No, I think just the main point. These storms. I mean, they're still intense. They're not going away anytime soon. You shouldn't treat them as if um, they're going away. Real quick though.
Yeah, no, not to cut you off here or anything, but can you go back to reflectivity here real fast? Because that carrier area storm, yeah, developing some sort of hook right there, and it's pretty impressive. It does look, just looking at my own data here, it does look like rotation has come up a bit. Not as weak as it was, it now has some sort of tighter rotation. Pretty impressive. I'm not going to be surprised if they issue a warning for that. But yeah, again, they also have that tornado warning near Kremlin, which I do expect to expire here very soon. It is originally expected to expire at 10:45, so 5 minutes if they don't cut it off earlier. But again, we still want you in the interior part of your house, just in case this is still... It's a tornado warning. You got to take it seriously no matter what. And again, this carrier storm, severe thunderstorm warning, could be issued into a tornado warning as rotation has come up just a bit. Still no tornado warning on that. Flash flood warning also continues for the entire storm. Yeah, over to you, Noah or Elijah.
Okay, right now we do, like I said, tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire. Okay? So I can probably tell you that with some full with about 70% confidence. I understand there's still 30% that's not going to happen, but again, I have 30% confidence that this thing won't be allowed to expire. But I do have 30, given the fact that they have not put out a new tornado warning, and we're 5 minutes away from having, we're not having the, fact that this storm has not. In fact, they have not pulled a new tornado warning, and let's hope they don't do it. That's a good factor right there. So again, we are watching here. We're watching closely for the potential for we're watching here closely for another tornado warning. But also, you folks that live south of Topeka, if you have family up in Kansas, south of Topeka, I'm talking about even the county that Topeka sits in. If you know someone that lives south of there, they need to prepare for a violent tornado. They need to prepare for a dangerous situation. Noah, I know this is not in our viewing area, but can we put on the velocities on this thing? I just want to take a look at it here. Folks, they still need to prepare for a significant tornado. If they live in Carbondale, south of Topeka, I don't know Kansas that well. I only know Sedgwick County. That's the only county I know very well. But if somebody lives south of Topeka, in Carbondale, there is a tornado potentially heading directly for Carbondale. That's for you folks up there in Kansas. I will say the circulation's come down a little bit on that storm, but again, that's our viewing area here. But again, I just want to tell you folks that have family that live up there in Carbondale, and you see Noah right there is putting on the fan right now. But again, you folks that have folks that it can be up through there about the next 30 minutes. So that's a little heads up for you folks right there. So now let's talk about Oklahoma here for a second again, and I want to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very, very complicated forecast. We have all different weather models all agreeing on different things. We have one that says it's going to be multiple supercells. We have one that says none. One that says maybe 2 or 3. One that says 4 or 5. One that says a line of supercells. One says a squall line. All of the models are differing on something different here. But again, we're going to talk about here for a second. But that thing there, carrier, that's looking a little bit more impressive here. Hopefully, I'm just looking here. Hopefully, we're not going to be seeing a another tornado warning issued. But I'm just looking here. I have not seen one yet. But I think they're going to keep the wind. They're going to keep the. And what's happening is the mesocyclone and the cumulus storm is getting torn apart here. It is 10:43 right now. And again, like I said, we are continuing right now to talk about.
They look to replace the tornado warning. It now looks like they are issuing a severe thunderstorm warning. including areas like Hillsdale, Pond Creek, Kremlin, Hunter, Salt Fork, Breckenridge, Garner, areas like that. You are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado warning should be expiring here very soon, 2 to 3 minutes. We do not expect there to be a tornado on the ground. Back to you, Elijah.
Okay, and we're gonna be able to sign off here in a second. But again, tomorrow it's gonna be a day, and I'm gonna do something later. So after I bored myself to sleep with looking at weather data, I will post a discussion on the Facebook page. 2 areas with wall clouds. 2 areas with wall clouds here. Okay, you know what I honestly think we need to do? I think what we're going to... Okay, 2 areas with wall clouds here. I'm gonna have a little chat with Norman right quick here.
Tornado warning canceled.
Okay. Tornado warning has been canceled. So, again, tornado warning has been allowed to expire. It's 10:45. That's gone. But again, as I said, we're gonna look at all the data. We're going to I'm going to post a discussion, which means I'm going to post a really long talk about tomorrow and what type of topics, about is there going to be enough wind shear? Will this be there? Will this not be there? What will be present? What will not be present? And do I believe the risk for tomorrow should be adjusted? We'll talk all about that tomorrow, but we'll talk about that in the discussion topic here. Noah, you have any last words you want to say? Because I honestly think we should sign out.
Not, I really don't. Although I did just read a report from, if I can find it real quick, they are calling 2 areas of rotation. They are calling the one you guys were pointing out earlier, the one near Kremlin, and the one south of this one back here, which they're saying is strengthening possibly. And looking at some of the reflectivity data and looking at how this storm has kind of evolved, looking at the animation, it does look like it could be possibly trying to recycle again. I don't know if that's the case, but hopefully it's not. We'll have to see. We may just want to stay on here for just a minute just to see if this latest scan shows anything new, but if it doesn't, we will be able to go ahead and call it a day.
And how long is the next scan?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was asking a question. How long is the next scan in?
It should be in the next 30 or 45 seconds. So we'll
Okay,
have
if
to.
it looks tighter, we'll stay with it. But if it doesn't, if it looks the same, or it looks starting to weaken, hey.
Let me see if I may be able to pull up a few, because I did just see a report on here. Let me find it. They're calling the rotate. Well, something interesting. They're calling the rotation from southeast to Carrier strengthening and moving southeast towards Enid, and they're calling the Kremlin rotation going northeast at 20. So we basically have these 2 areas. If I can move if we can move something over here on Guardian real quick, on Guardian Max, they're calling this one area a certain spot rotation. I think here comes the next scan right now. Let's see. Oh, come on. We're about to see what this does, and it looks like it has come up a little bit. It has come up well. It actually, not exactly 100% sure, but the one thing just to keep in mind, let's see if we can switch to this product on. You see the gate-to-gate shear isn't as strong. That's certainly a good thing. We don't want it to be strong. But otherwise, it looks as if either this storm. I mean, looking at it just as a whole, if I can go back a whole maybe 6 or 7 scans. This storm, well, I'm not able to go all the way that far, but I'm just looking at some of the stuff. It looks like the whole storm itself may be trying to weaken. Um, but yeah, Elijah, you got anything else? Um, Actually, no, real quick, what I want to do is also point out there is fairly large hail. If I can get this to, well, I'm not going to have to switch modes here. Actually, I'll just do this. I'll switch to the other radar. I'll switch to the HD mode, and I'll switch. Let me switch. Here we go. We can get this to pull up. Okay, there we go. Probably the biggest hailstones are about an inch, so it has come down quite a bit. If we go back a couple of scans, just looking the hailstones, it did increase for a short period of time over Kremlin. It was about 1.3 inches, but now we're back down to about 1 inch. So the storm itself may be trying to weaken. It's not for sure. Something to keep an eye on. Normalized rotation has come down, and so have some of the velocities. But if there is another tornado warning, it will probably be north of Enid, unless this small area south or southeast of Hillsdale and east of Carrier that'd be the most likely place for it to happen. Victor, you have anything else?
No, not really. Just overall, I agree on the part where you said the storm is weakening. Just also looking at things here, rotation has come down. The storm itself, it went from a southeast movement. It looks like it's trying to head back northeast, east-northeast. The hook itself has been going back up into the storm, so that's probably the reason why velocities are shrinking. And yeah, overall, the storm, it could form another tornado, but right now it does not look like this is going to do that. But again, if this does, we'll make sure to keep you alert and updated on the newest stuff.